And that's when, if you don't know your plays and stuff, your coach can't put you out there. And that's where a lot of people fall off at. But, I just worked hard and never doubted. And my mom always told me, man, you never had it easy in life, so just keep working.
How much did Jalen? How much did Jalen Carter help you be a productive player in college?
Man, I just want to go ahead and clear this up right now to y'all. JC is just misunderstood. He's probably one of my favorite teammates to play with, and he's one of those guys I look to my left and nod my head, and he already know we all on the same page. So I love pass rushing with him. I just being around him in the locker room. He's just an amazing friend and, man, amazing guy to work out. If you haven't seen somebody squat, that's a grown man right there, and he need to go watch him squat at least.
Because of the nature of your injury, how's your strength? And are you going to do the bench?
How y'all doing?
No, I'm not going to do the bench. My strength is good. If you see, I look kind of big, but I'm still working. Man, shout out to Proactive, man. RC, they got me right. And right after the Natty, I stayed out in California. I didn't go back. I just wanted to go ahead and say, Devin, I miss you, baby. I love you.
We held each other up. We just kept pushing through. And
What is an NFL team getting?
I feel like we did our job.
Well, first, I got to go in there and prove myself to the team. I can't be a leader right out the gate, You got to prove yourself to the players, then the coaches, and then, hopefully I can be that leader one day in somebody's program and just know that I'm player-led and I'm self-driven. You're not going to have to tell me to go. I promise you. I'm going to just go naturally on my own. I wake up out of bed, juiced up. I'm ready. I'm just excited. Man, we play the best game in the world. I tell people, man, don't ever get down on yourself. This is an amazing game.
Nolan, you just talked with Jalen when he had the knee injury. A lot of us thought maybe he wouldn't come back. He was guaranteed a first-round selection, and he came back and was playing over 40 snaps a game. I mean, were you surprised that he was going that deep with that knee injury the second half of the season?
Man, a lot of people were. That's, again, he's misunderstood, man. You think that my dog worried about first-round grades. And no, man, my dog loved football, and he loved being out there playing with us. And that's what I say. A lot of people put bad lights on him and stuff like that. Man, he wasn't worrying about 40 snaps or 50 snaps or getting to the league or none of that. He was worrying about winning games, and that's what we do at Georgia. We win games.
Does it bother you that people question his character?
It bothers me deeply because people just don't know. Like, if you can't question somebody's character, especially like if you question my character, I feel like that's an insult, and I hope you're ready to fight if you question my character.
Nolan, when you commit to Georgia, there's probably an understanding, hey, look, there's a lot of, especially in the front seven, a lot of talent. You're going to have to kind of bide your time to get in there, not just you, anybody. What made you stick around? What was the reason, especially in this era with the transfer portal and everything else?
Yeah, I just answered that question, man. No, you're okay. I say it again. Kids need to hear this. Like, stick it out. Just because things get tough, don't run away from things. Like in life, if when things get tough, you're going to quit on your wife, you're going to quit on your kids, you're going to transfer on your wife and kids when things get tough. What if you married to your wife for 10 years and she get cancer, you just going to get up and leave? That's how I think about it, man. You be a man of character no matter what you do, and that's how my mom raised me.
One of your teammates, Tresney Marshall, is transferred to Alabama. What was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I know certain times, guys been in the program for a long time, and, he's been in there for 4 years, and he got his degree, and, he only has one more year. I feel like he did it the right way. He talked to Coach Smart, and he said, Coach Smart, if I have other opportunities at other places, would you let me go? And they said, of course, and we want you to play because, we got new young players coming in as well. And I just feel like it's a certain way that you do things. And that's what I learned at Georgia. It's a certain way you do everything.
What did he bring to your team as a player?
Man, that was my dog. That was my roommate. Me, Tresman, and Kobe. You talking to the wrong person about Tresman, man. That's my guy, man. So, what he brought to the team, a lot of guys think just because you're not playing, like, we're never a cancer. You never want to have a cancer on the team, and he wasn't that. He brought a lot of good things to the team, and we all bring energy and juice every day. Like, when I wasn't playing, I understood my role, and if you understand your role at our program, you're going to do amazing.
You mentioned Jacoby rooming with him. Have you learned anything from him going through the draft process here before you?
No, I really didn't. I called him and asked a couple questions. Jacoby helps me out a lot. That's my guy. That's my middle linebacker. We see eye to eye on a lot of things because we made a lot of the same calls in the box, man. We were saying tight right and stuff. You literally yelling it together, empty checks, we yelling at the same time together. And that's the type of connection that we had just as linebackers. Me, him, and Quay, man, it was fun. Even Trayvon, you know, I love playing with those guys, and I'm going to miss it, I promise you.
Nolan, you
You know, after the Natty, I didn't go home, you know, and it's the first time I'm talking about it, and that's my guy. You know, when that's one person that never did anything wrong, and I got sensitive in Cincinnati. I get sensitive talking about it just because I love him. And he never did anything wrong in his 3 years. He was supposed to graduate. Most people don't know his brother passed like that, and I'm sorry to his mama. No one should live like that. You know, no one should deserve to die like that. He never did shit wrong. I'm sorry for my language. He never did anything wrong. 3 years in a row, that man showed up, worked in day in and day out, and he a two-time Natty champ, man. You know, and it's written in stone. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I said earlier, she laughed. She just understand that what I didn't mean. Devin, I love you, baby. In 7-7, you living forever. You know, do it for Dev. That's what I tell them boys at Georgia. You lost a brother, do it for Dev. I'm sorry to get emotional, man. I'm the juice guy, man. Y'all good. But this is my first time talking about it. Cincinnati, they brought it up, and I got emotional too, just because I care. It's not like we don't play football. Most people think it's just a game, man. Those are my brothers that I go out there with. We eat together. We be in the locker room together. We shower together. We get in the hot tub together. So it's more than a game. Most people think it's just a game, but especially at Georgia, man, that connection piece real. When you sit in a school session with somebody and learn their life story, you would give them an extra inch. You would come pick him up during the workout. And that's what we do at Georgia, you know. Any kid that goes there, if they call me or ask me for anything, they know Fo always going to be there. That's what I tell them. Come lean on Fo.
That's probably one of the strong team being like physically, a big guy moving at that speed is dangerous as well. And he's very powerful.
Man, I'm country, and all I can say is I'm caught strong. I don't look like it, but I'm at the point of attack. I like to get after it, and you know, I play like my hair on fire. So, you know, most people be like, you know, you're not strong. Like I told Quay, when after workouts in South Georgia, I used to go move hay bales. So after I lift weights, I used to go help move hay bales, and Quay used to go throw watermelons on the back of a truck after workouts, after we run. So that's just one thing that we just do in the South.
There's a lot of comparisons.
I play a little bit of basketball. Like
when you hear stuff like
freshman in high
that,
school,
especially going to middle, what are your thoughts?
Man, I wish I could just work with him, you know, and I'm not one of those people that is just saying it. Like, I heard that after every time he does a team drill, either 6 plays, he runs a gasser. I just found that out. I told him every day that he ran a gasser, I'll run a gasser too with him. And I'm going to do that for the rest of my life. If it takes to be a Hall of Fame, if it takes me to get 10 sacks and move like him, whatever he's doing, I want to do.
You know the Bills?
Yes, I met with the Bills, but
Does your sense of competition extend to a guy like Will Anderson, and what are you thinking?
man, he's a great player. I would never knock nobody game. He is the competition, but, you know, we all pass rushers, and we all learn from each other. It's not competition, man, you know. I wish, you know, we had talked a little bit more when he was at Bama, but it really, you know, different schedules, different times and stuff like that. But we all sit down as pass rushers and talk. You know, in the NFL now, if you get 2 pass rushers on the same team, you can be dangerous.
Have you spoke with the Steelers in any sense, and what do you think about Mike Tomlin from the outside?
Man, I did spoke to the Steelers, and that's one of my coaches that I watched growing up, and he impacted my life just as a young kid. I told him that when I first met him, he probably thought I was a fanboy, but I was gonna be honest. In all my interviews, I was honest in myself. And him and Coach Reed's, I watched him, man. Coach Reed, what he did on offense at Philly, what he did, and what he's doing with the Chiefs now. He's affected the game. Those people affected our game, and you just have to tell them that. You just can't walk in, oh, yes, sir, this, that. They're coaches, you know, they're people too. And I just want to let them know how much they affected my life just as a football player.
Nolan, the Kirby on the microphone story for us. We hear so much about him picking different guys out. You were one of his favorite players. I never heard him dog you, but what is it like dealing with that microphone and Kirby every day? What does it do for you?
Oh, the mic always going to be hot. That's one thing about it. If you not If you ever walk at Georgia, he's going to yell at you. I promise you. I don't care who you are. And if you don't know where you're going, you better jog in place, or it better look like a fast walk. You better be heel-toeing like this, or head on the swivel. But I don't got no funny stories. I wouldn't do my head coach like that. I love him to death. And he's just a great guy. And he pushes kids every day to be themselves and be better. And just because you a first round or you projected top 10, you're going to come in there and he's going to coach you every day. And that's what everyone should want. Most guys don't want to be coached. Most guys don't want to be talked about and be like, no, man, don't talk to me all like type of way like that. And, you know, Coach Smart's going to do it.
Have you had the opportunity? We already talked about the game. So we talked about it next year. What the plans are.
No, I'm gonna do on field drills here, and I'm gonna do some at the pro day. You know, I play football. That's what I'm here, man. I haven't done anything in a long time. I can't wait to showcase my talents. You know, everyone thought I died and all this stuff. I turned off the mock draft. I turned off my phone. I picked up a book. You Can't Hurt Me. And I just wanted to create an iron mind, a mindset that no one can hurt me. No matter what you say about me, I'm going to just work.
Just the mindset that you had going into each and everything.
Oh, that's really it, man. That's what I watched as a kid, man. And he also affected the game. He made pass rushers think that we can be something else. We can affect the game by getting to the quarterback and not only getting a sack, but getting the ball out. See what he did in the Super Bowl and all those other years that he played. I just watched Vaughn. Khalil Mack is great. There's a lot of great pass rushers, but I really watched Khalil Mack and Vaughn, and that's really about it.
Have you had an opportunity to talk to the Raiders and your former teammate, Zamir White's there as well?
Yeah, Zamir White, man, he one of my guys. We one of the country boys together. So when I went out to L.A., I rode horses. And Zamir owned a lot of horses, and I wanted to go ride with him in North Carolina, but that's my guy. You know, I tell people, man, when you win a national championship together, you will ever be locked in, and you will ever be tied in together with each other.
You mentioned that this
What's the most significant thing that you learned about yourself, about the game, your experience of this season, helping out while being in?
Yeah, what I learned about myself is I want to be a coach and affect kids' life in a positive way. I may start off in high school. I want to start off small so I can actually affect kids. You know, a lot of people say that and they don't really do it. And I think high school level is where you can affect them. And what I learned about myself is, you know, no matter what adversity, you got to push through. And you know, like I was telling people, I wasn't going to give up on myself. I wasn't going to give up on the team. I was going to do everything that I can to just be with them. And I was a glorified GA, and it was the best GA job ever.
Like he'll try to mentor, like,
plenty great offensive lines
and that transferred over to every game.
They were good offensive tackles. They had great feet, great hands. I know Coach Lanning got them boys ready to go. You know, he's bringing the SEC type criteria over there to the Pac-12, man. They were a really good team.
Nolan, you've seen basically the whole front seven get drafted the last couple of years. I know you've only been at one school, but can you speak to the incredible amount of talent that Georgia's produced the last few years?
Man, and even in our box, we do more with less at Georgia. So we play with a light box. That's what Coach Smart says. We play with 6 in the box, and it's just amazing that the guys, you count on that man next to you. Like I tell JC, he's just misunderstood. No matter what, I can count on JC to do his job. And if we got a game to run, I can count on that person next to me to do their job. And my first year, when I got there, I was like, this is crazy. Like, I went against Andrew Thomas, Solomon McKinley. I would never forget my first fall camp practice. Solomon McKinley broke my nose, and it was just leaking. And I was like, no, I ain't going outside. I put a tampon in it, cut it, and we went to work. So I would never forget. That was like my setting moment. I was like, oh yeah, this box at Georgia real. And Solomon McKinley a big boy, I ain't gonna lie. And it just closing on counter every day, seeing Aziz do it. Aziz a close on counter from the apex, and I seen him bent somebody's face mask once. It was just some of the stories about, and that's at practice. We practice hard at Georgia, and that's just one thing.
You mentioned this is back where you beat Alabama a year ago. Just how much as a program do you feel like you're now the team to beat? Alabama used to be that team.
I wouldn't say that, man. You crazy. Now you just trying to get fuel for Alabama. Alabama's a great team, man. You know I'm smarter than that, man. You try to set me up for failure. Nick Saban is one of the best coaches ever. Are you crazy? They will always be a contender. They will always be in it. And I'm going to just stand up here and not say RTR, but I'm going to just say they're a great program. And they, if anything, Bama and Georgia are equally or equivalent at the time. Well, I wouldn't even say that. They have more rings than us.
Who's going to take your spot? I mean, you bring so much energy in addition to your talents. Who's going to be the juice next year on that Georgia team?
I think all of them. 10-2. That's what I call it. You know, like 10-2 on the handle. Yeah, man. 10-2 is gonna take a Smile Monday and Pop. Man, those guys are gonna be the juice guys. They're gonna get us to the next level. They're gonna get us lined up. Coach Schumann back another year. I'm so excited. That defense rolling. Man, I saw Coach Monken earlier. Man, I love Coach Monken to death. He's a great play caller. I wish he would have stayed, but you know. People got greater callings in life, and that's what he decided to do. But, man, Coach Bobo's going to do an amazing job. And you know how you got me on my spiel about Georgia, man. I can't wait. I'm excited to see them boys play. I'm going to be at the first game on the sideline. I'm not going to have the same role. I'm probably going to be in some jeans laid back. But I think 10-2 will really take that over.
Thanks, Nolan.
Thank you.
Thank you.